Hey guys, it's Rich, and this is the second video on the Christo-Pagan series. And in this video, we're talking about figuring out your path. I want to talk a second about Annie. You may know her as Mirth and Reverence, and Annie and I have been friends for, I think it's about 5 years, oh my gosh. Uh, yeah, we've been friends for a little while, and we started on the pagan perspective together. We've talked back and forth, and whenever I started making videos again, I really wanted to go back to Annie's channel and rewatch all of her videos. And I can't tell you how much she means to me. Annie's one of those people that she really makes you think about your practice, makes you wonder about why you're doing what you're doing. One common phrase that she has is, what is the why behind what we do? Basically, what is the intention? What does it all mean? Get down to the nitty-gritty. Don't hold any punches back. Why is it that you're doing what you're doing in the way that you're doing it? And, I mean, she really puts it out there and poses a great question, and I've started applying this question to everything in my practice, and that's one reason I really wanted to start this video. That's the reason that my 2016 journey is really about seeking the wisdom in my life and seeking the answers to all these questions, even the simple ones, such as why do we start in the east, or why do we start in the north, and why does this stone mean this, and why does this herb mean that? She really got me asking all these questions, and that's really why I wanted to start the Christo-Pagan series. That, and there's plenty of other reasons, but sorry, I have to have coffee, like, to survive and live and function, so every once in a while you'll see a coffee cup in my hand. So I really want to kind of pose that question to everybody else. What is the why behind what we do? And if you're new to the Christo-Pagan path, or the Christo-Pagan practice, and I'll explain the difference between a path and a practice later. I can probably do a whole video on that, and part of that actually stems from one of Annie's videos, and I have to find out which video it is and link to that. But if you're not watching her channel, you definitely should, by the way. I'll leave a link in the bottom bar. You should definitely go out and check out her channel. She's doing like a daily vlog thing every couple days or every day. She puts up, what she's doing in her day-to-day life, which I think is actually quite awesome. I love it. But back to the topic. Seeing that every time that I've tried to do this video, I catch myself rambling. So if you're new to this Christo-Pagan practice, what is the why behind what you're doing? I've read plenty of books. Some of them are behind me, some I've perused. Some of them I've read in depth. Actually, most of the ones behind me, I don't know if you can even see them in the shot, but the ones behind me on this bookshelf, most of them have not been read. Some I've just looked through. But a lot of them say the same thing. A lot of them are Wiccan-based or pseudo-Wiccan-based. But a lot of them say the same thing, as you start in this location because it's the tried and true method to the practice of somebody who celebrates life in a pagan manner. But they never really go into the question of why. Why do we start in a certain location? Who came up with the notion that this stone means this? Who came up with the notion that this herb has healing properties that are metaphysical rather than physical? Who came up with the idea of this being a protection type of herb or stone? Or who came up with that? Or why does it mean that? And I kind of wanted to pose this question, especially to anybody that's really starting out on a Christo-Pagan practice. What is the why behind everything that you do? And even taking it just in a general sense, why do you believe what you believe? Why do you believe in this deity, or why do you believe in that deity? Why do you believe in no deity? Why do you believe in spellcraft and magic? And why do you believe in a practice that is never fully understood? So, I mean, these questions, they're not easy questions to answer by any means, and I don't think we can ever really find the answer, but we can certainly find the answer of what it means to us, the why behind what we do, what it means to us right now. At this point in time, in this juncture in your life, what is the why behind what we're doing? What is the why behind how we think and how we feel about certain aspects of our practice? So I posed this question, and I wanted to do this as the second video because the third video is about the beliefs page, and I'll get more into that on the next video, which is going to be like right after this one's posted. So go ahead and wait for that one. Yeah. Start asking yourself the hard questions. What exactly do you believe? Why do you believe it? Do you believe in Jesus as an extension of God? Do you believe in yourself as an extension of God? Do you believe in Him as an ascended master? If you're on a Christo-Pagan path, do you believe in Jesus at all? Is Christo-Paganism actually the term that more or less describes you? Asking yourself these hard questions, sometimes raises even more questions. So don't be afraid of those questions. This is really kind of getting into the shadow work or the introspective work that we don't really want to bother with, especially if you're new to a practice. You want to get into the really cool stuff like casting spells or doing magic. And I mean, that stuff's really cool, but is it as deep as it would be if you know the why behind what you're doing? I don't think it is. I've certainly done a lot of spells, and they've worked in very tremendous ways. Some of them end up backfiring in ways of, yes, you cast a spell, you got what you wanted, but it's what you didn't say in the spell that came to bite me in the butt. I'll explain more of that, and probably the reasoning behind why I've been gone from my channel for the last 3 years. That's going to be part of it. So, if you know the why behind what you're doing in your magical life, in your magical practice, it's going to give it a deeper sense of actually coming to fruition in a way that is just more fulfilling in general. I don't know any other way to really put it. I can't really articulate how everything unfolds differently when you know exactly why you're doing every single thing that you're doing. So, yeah, start asking yourself those questions. That's the assignment for this video. I want to try to give a little bit of an assignment for each video. And that's the assignment for this one, is start to think about every single thing that you believe. And kind of narrow it down to the big questions. At least for this assignment. Narrow it down to what do you believe in deity? What do you believe in the afterlife? What do you believe in whenever it comes to reincarnation, stuff like that? The big questions, the unanswered questions. Start asking yourself those questions. Those are the big ones, I feel. So that's your assignment for this video. And I'll tell you why, whenever I cover the beliefs page, why I had you focus on the big questions. So, with that, Annie, I gotta give it to you. And I promised Annie that I would try not to embarrass her. You have become in all due respect, the wise crone that I would like to become. You have become my measuring stick to where I want to be one day in my own practice. For you guys out there, like I said, me and Annie have known each other for a while, and we've had lots of talks about this, and she respects my practice, and I respect hers. And I've really seen the commonalities that we have with one another. I've also seen the differences, and we respect that. But I really cannot tell you how much it means to watch somebody's video that puts so much thought into her practice with asking the simple questions of the why behind what we do. She has become a great teacher, and for that, I salute you. Cheers. So, with that, everybody else, now I'm talking to everybody again. With that, I bid you adieu with love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye-bye.